What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of You Heard What I Said podcast. And I'm sitting here with my main one, Keon. What's going on?
What's up? So it looks like we got each of us got the memo, huh? You looking good, looking good.
Hey.
The blue is
I know,
popping
right?
on you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. It's funny because I was with a friend earlier for a few seconds. And he was like, I didn't even know who that was who pulled up behind me. He was like, I saw the vest and thought it was a Amazon worker. I was like, really? I'm like, that's how we starting our day.
That was a good one. Like,
He
where's
had
my
all the
package?
jokes. Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, should I wear this on air? I'm not sure. And I said, forget it. I made the choice. So
You should told you were on your lunch break.
right. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
That was
It
funny.
was
That
a
was a
good
good
laugh though.
That was a good
Right. Oh my goodness. So yeah. So before we get this started, because I am ready, let's take a drink. Got my
one.
wine today. Right, got the
I got
little wine
my
glass. Ooh.
espresso martini.
Right,
Yeah,
nice.
my daughter, she was like, "What's that?" I was like, "Oh, it's just some iced coffee." I mean, there is some, there's some coffee in here, so
Okay. Cheers to
cheers
you.
to you, cheers to you.
Yeah, this is good. I know we ain't got no sponsors right now, but I'm gonna have to definitely do a shout out to this. Well, should I do a shout out? Because I be getting this at Sam's Club. I don't know. Should I say it or not? This sangria is like everything from Sam's Club.
Well,
I'm just gonna say.
we'll go ahead.
I mean, you could bleep it out.
Go ahead, do it.
Yeah, but look, shout out to Sam's Club because with y'all brand of sangria, it's everything. Like for real, it gets you nice and right, and the flavor is, yeah, I love it.
Wait a minute, you know what? Okay, so I think that is something I could buy in my Sam's Club.
Yeah,
Because
I'm
they
sure.
don't serve the hard liquor, but
Oh, right.
with that that's like 13 whatever the high. I mean, so that's like considered wine, right? Is it? Is that considered wine?
It is wine. I think
Okay.
it's only, I don't have the bottle in front of me, but I think it's only like 6%. So it's not a lot,
Okay. Well
but
then,
it does
yeah.
get you right. Yeah, and it's only
Well then
$7 a bottle.
they'll sell it. They'll sell it there. And then
Yeah.
I'll try it out. I'll try it. Okay. Next time I
Right.
go, I'll pick one up.
Yeah, and it's a big bottle for $7. Yeah, it's nice. It's real nice. I had just bought 2 bottles for a friend. She was like, "Friend, can you get it for me?" I was like, "I got you." I was like, "I got to get a Sales Club order anyway." So I know they
That
probably
sound like that
thought
sound that
like,
sound
"Why
like
she?"
that sound like the friend down the street from you that we grew up with. That's what it sounds like you're talking
No,
about.
it's not her. This is my other friend, but the one who we grew up with, she's a Baca girl. So, and I had already told her, I'm like, I got the Baca ready for you when you ready, when we hang out. So if you listening, I got your Baca ready. Yeah, that's her. That's her. But before we get started, y'all make sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Ring the bell. Interact with us. Like, you know what I'm saying? We want to be entertained, and you know what I'm saying? We want to answer y'all questions. So lock in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And I have one more thing to say before we get started. Started. This drink is going down so smooth. It'll probably be going in about 5 minutes. Just let you
Right.
know.
Like, yeah,
So
I see that.
Just let you know. 'Cause I haven't had a drink in a minute. So
Oh wow.
yeah.
No, I ain't even gonna lie, I had one yesterday. I went out with some friends yesterday. But not a lot though. So just a little bit. Yeah, it was nice. So Uh,
You
yeah.
sound like 50 Cent. All he's just a little bit, a little bit of this,
Hey.
a little.
Right, yeah, because
uh,
I had actually, I guess I would say double booked. Like I ended up hanging out with two people yesterday. So my first friend, she doesn't drink. So I didn't get anything. I was like, I don't want to be like the only one at the table drinking. So I didn't get any with her. Then I got drinks with my other friend. So
okay, look at you.
that was cool. Yeah. But look, we always be talking about this over 40 club and how like everything switches up on you once you hit 40. And we're definitely on the upper side of the 40s. We're past the 45 age range. So like everything is like breaking down, under construction, got maintenance needed, all of that. So I figured this episode we gonna talk about that, and we gonna talk about the things that you would no longer do now that you're 40. Like, let's get into it because there's a lot of stuff once I turned 40 that I would stop doing. Like going into the grocery store and bending down trying to get something off the bottom shelf. Like that's a no-no. Like my knees will not allow that anymore.
So you
So
get down and you won't be able to come back up.
exactly. If it's something down
Yeah.
there and nobody else is around, I'm like butt all up in the air because I literally gotta do that. Them knees ain't squatting no more. So that's one thing. What about you?
That's a good one. I mean, on that same note, it's pretty much the same thing, just bending over. Because like when I've been, if I drop something, it's just gonna stay there. you know, like dude, I ain't need it anyway. But like if I do pick something up, or if I gotta like
Mm-hmm.
put a sock on, man, I gotta keep my head up because if I put my head down, I get lightheaded. So I'm like, put my sock on like this.
That's
I'm straight up. I'm
wild.
like this. Like as soon as I put my head down, I get up. I gotta hold on to something because I get lightheaded. So
Look, I get it. I
that's
get
real.
it.
Yeah,
It
and it
is
ain't.
real.
And it's not dehydration either. So don't. I don't want any people saying drink some water. No, dude, it's not the water. It's
Right.
over 40.
I
Yeah.
guess another thing once I hit 40 that I won't do is if things are getting started after 7, like I'll probably give you till 7:30. Count me out because I ain't going. By that time, I am in my pajamas in the bed. Like that is just too late for me now. We got to get the day started a little earlier.
Heck yeah. I mean, it's mad. It's true. Okay, all right. So we went to go see the Minecraft movie that came
Okay.
out,
Mm-hmm.
and before my wife gets, I'm like, make sure you get a matinee. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you get before 3:30. Because I was not playing.
Right.
And so so on that note, one of mine over 40 is when I have to watch a movie, like even like a movie on at home.
Mm-hmm.
I got to make sure before the movie that I prepare myself to either have like I'm on this new espresso bean kick, even if it's like a movie at 8 o'clock, because if I don't dose up on some caffeine, my ass will be out before the credits. As soon as they say what the movie is all about, I'm out. That's early.
That yeah, that's true. That happens to me too. Like if I leave out the house and it's already dark outside, especially if it's to the movie, I'm definitely falling asleep in that movie
Yeah.
theater. Yeah, I'm gonna wake up like, wait, it's over. Rub my eyes like, oh, guess I have to watch it again later. Cause yeah, I'm falling asleep. But another thing that I will not do is like drink water after a certain time. Like I probably should have like maybe a cutoff at like maybe 7 p.m. because I can't be getting up like 4 or 5 times in the middle of the night having to use the bathroom. Like that is just crazy. Crazy.
Hey, unless we get a
Hmm.
sponsor called Depends, and then
I don't want none of those.
no,
No, no.
you're not
I
ready.
need some more years. Some more
Not
years.
ready. Not ready. You're not ready for that yet.
Oh my goodness. And it's like, because I know some people who use them. And
Hmm.
I hate it because they're so freaking thick. Like, and I understand, they need it for the absorption, but you can like see that sometimes, like under the clothes. I can't be walking around outside like looking like I got a diaper on. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. And I know that some people need it because some people
Yeah,
close to,
yeah.
me, they
Right.
use them. And I get it, but like, I'm
Hey,
still in my 40s. It might be the upper 40s, but I'm still there. So oh, please let me have a little bit longer before I need those.
hey.
I just picked up some for somebody today, and I know the guy probably he looked at me and see he's knocking on the door like this your order, and I know he like these for her.
Be
I
like,
didn't even say nothing.
all you gotta do is say, "I'm going to a concert." That's it. Just I'm going to a concert.
All I said was in the trunk, please. That's it.
Oh,
Don't
speaking of
give out too much
concert,
information. Uh-huh.
all right, check this out. This has nothing to do with over 40. So,
Okay.
all right, so my daughter, she is a K-pop fan. She's been a
Mhm.
K-pop fan for years,
Mhm.
and one of her groups is they've been around for 7 years, I guess, about seven
Okay.
years. And she was saying how typically K-pop groups like they disband about the 7 year mark,
Mhm.
where they break up and they're done.
Mhm.
And so there was a Europe tour last year. I think that was the group that I told you about back in February, to
Right.
go to the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Well,
Uh huh.
they're actually going to be in Dallas in August,
Oh, nice.
and so we had a little back and forth rift about it because they went on sale. Like, it was funny because we were talking about it, and she looked on her phone and they went on sale. They were going on sale that same day, like a few days
Mhm.
ago, and she was begging to go.
I'm sure.
Begging to go, and dude, I don't know if because they got all those members or it's because it's at a baseball field stadium, but those tickets are expensive.
So they were like
So
breezy tickets. Everybody talking about the breezy bowl. So they were like that.
so I got two.
Of course.
So we were like, all three of us can't go, aren't gonna go. I don't say can't, but
Mhm.
aren't gonna
Mhm.
go. We were like, all right, pick who you want to go with, and so her and
Any,
I
meeny, miny, mo.
so her and I are heading to Dallas in August to see
Oh,
ATs. We got we're in the when she didn't want to be in the 300s
right.
or the 200s, so we are in the 100 section,
Whoa.
off center. Um,
Okay then.
so we're gonna be heading now. Actually, I gotta reach either today or tomorrow. I'm gonna reach out to our god sister, just let her know, hey,
Mhm.
we'll see you. Cause
Right.
we'll probably just make a 24-hour trip.
Okay.
Drive
Mhm.
Saturday, concert Saturday night, drive Sunday,
Mhm.
or drive back home Sunday morning. But
Yeah.
yeah, so we're going, and funny because for Christmas, she got a light stick for that group. So
Oh,
she'll be able to take that light stick to the concert and everything.
that's
So
cool. That's cool. I'm actually
yeah,
one of those people going to the Breezy Bowl in August. So
right,
I'll be
all right.
there. We didn't get the tickets in our city. So we literally driving to Detroit to go see him. So yeah, that's exciting. We ain't getting no main level.
And that where he's from?
I
And he
don't
from,
know.
and he from, I think it's from Michigan. Anyway,
I
I
don't
mean,
keep
I
up
didn't know.
with it.
I didn't get main level, but we're,
Hmm.
like mezzanine kind of
Yeah,
off
right.
center a little bit, and whatever. It's a once in a lifetime thing,
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
And there are actually a few songs that I really like too of them.
Okay then. So
Yeah,
you gonna be
and,
up in that jam into the K-pop.
oh, you know I am. Anyway, so let's get back on the topic. So I wrote down a couple things because that's another thing over 40s. You think of something, and if you don't, like, for me, if I don't write it down or
Hmm.
text myself, forget it. It's not going to be. No one's going to hear it. My thoughts, because it's
That's a
going to be
good
gone.
one.
Yeah, because I'm always texting myself something Well, if I'm in the car, even at home, saying, but as a reminder, so I'll just text myself, because if I don't say it right then and there, if I don't do something right then and there, if I don't text myself, it's forgotten. It's
That
forgotten
is
quick.
a good one.
But one thing I wrote, as we're over 40, we always are talking about medicine and medication, and so one of my over 40 is reading the damn instructions. You know, well, well, I can't read. Well, I can't read. Like, take how many? And like, so what I have to do now is I got to take pictures of it and then blow up the picture so I can read the instructions. So that's something that over 40 I got to do, it because the words are too small. Speaking of, so we just got new insurance, right?
Hmm.
And dude, there's man, I don't know who is supposed to be able to read those words that's on the insurance card. I mean, it's like 3 paragraphs in the small little card. How can you? So yeah, so we got to take a picture of
We
those.
have like a little magnifying glass over here. For sure. For sure. Yeah. Or sometimes it was a little trick that somebody said they just use their phone and then they'll just like widen it, on their phone to expand the picture. So
I can do
yeah.
that too. Yeah, yeah. I do. I mean, that's kind of like
Hmm.
what I just actually I do it the extra step where I take a picture. So maybe just doing
Yeah.
that will
Yeah.
instead of taking a
Well,
picture, because
yeah,
I got
sometimes it's
about
a
a
little
thousand
easier.
pictures. Yeah, I got about 1,000 pictures in my, because I'm always,
Me
so.
too. I need to get rid of all my doggone pictures. But let me see. What's another thing? Because I didn't write them down. I probably should have.
I would
Let's
forget.
that part. What's another thing that I wouldn't do now that I'm 40? Let's see. I definitely wouldn't park all the way in the back of a parking lot anymore. Ain't nobody got time to be doing all that walking. Like by that time I'm out of breath. I'm exhausted and I don't even want to go inside whatever place there is.
I mean, I do that only to get my steps in. So I do park. Well, I try to find something close. If not, I don't. It doesn't bother me now, because I try to get my steps in, because that's I go to the grocery instead of walking on trails, instead of walking on treadmills, whatever. I go to the grocery
Yeah.
stores to get my steps in. So
That's cool. Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, that's good. I guess another thing I wouldn't do over 40 is like leave the remote in the bed with me because it will get lost. So now I make sure that I put it on the nightstand. I flip the shadow, put it on the nightstand, because otherwise, like, I'm having a fight with the doggone covers, because it's like, what happened to the doggone remote? Like, I literally just set it right next to me. Why can't I find it? So yeah, that's another thing I wouldn't do. What
well,
about you?
speaking of that, so we talking about in the bedroom. So not it's the rated G episode. So we talking about the remote. So lights. Thanks to Google and um Alexa and all that stuff. Make sure I got no Alexa things around. Um, but thanks to them, I'm able to turn off the lights and the TV and everything via
Hmm.
my words. Because if not, if that light was on, I would not be getting up to turn the light. I'll be sleeping with the light on. I would not be. I would, even though I don't live in a big ass bedroom. I mean, it's a decent size, but if the light beforehand, if the light was on, that thing's gonna stay on. Cause I'm not getting up 10 feet to turn it off. So thanks to those Alexa and Google, okay Google, and I'll let them turn out the lights for me. So because I'm not getting my ass up just to turn out any lights.
There have been several times where I wake up like, "Dad, these lights still on in the room?" Like, did I literally fall asleep like that? Yeah, I've done that several times. Yeah, it just you be like, "Nope, mm-mm, not
Not
tonight."
today. Yep.
I'm already tucked in, all warm and cozy.
Heck yeah, man.
Forget about it. Yeah, let's see what's another thing I wouldn't do. Hmm, let me
Well,
think
why you
about.
think about one thing I wouldn't do? I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't be too concerned about trendy shoes per se, because I used to be a 4 letter word fanatic. Because I worked for
Mm-hmm.
them and
Mm-hmm.
everything like that for all the years. It used to be all that. Now it's all about comfort, baby. I do the slip-ons like you won't believe. I would be a slip-on per PSA, per public service announcement. I mean, this one brand, it starts with the S, is in Etchers. Um, I got these for the Christmas, whatever. Oh my gosh, man! All I do, I put them in front of me, and I'm good. I don't even have to like pull the heel in the back or whatever. I just put my foot in, and it's right there, and it's comfortable as can be. I don't care about the swoosh. I don't care about anything now anymore. It's all about comfort. It's all about not having to bend over. So it's all about the comfort now. I mean, of course, I make it. I'm not gonna get anything that's like like that looks orthopedic or that looks like doctor shoes or whatever. So it's fancy, but no laces, man. I can't. I'm done tying up. I'm done tying up shoes. I
It's
am
funny
done.
because I was thinking about shoes and I don't tie up shoes. I do have laces, but I don't tie them up anymore. So I spread them out so far that I can just slip my shoes my feet in the shoes. Yeah, but I don't tighten them. So it'd be funny. People would be like, your shoes untied. I'll be like, I know. It ain't no bending down. I was watching what was it? It was a Bernie Mac movie with Ashton could Guess Who.
Oh,
I was watching Guess Who. It came on the other day. And so Zoe Saldana, I'm not sure,
yeah,
Zoe.
yeah.
She was like putting her heels on, and the way she had like her leg, it was like tilted to the side, and she was like bending over, like putting on her shoe, like 'cause she had some heels on. I'm like, yeah, my body don't bend like that no more. That's definitely something I won't be doing over 40. Is
I hear
trying
you,
to
man.
lift my leg up and do all that craziness. That ain't happening.
Speaking of over 40, just kind of
Uh-huh.
piggybacking on that. So one of my things over 40 is I have to rewatch shows over and over and over again because of the fact that if I watch it once, it's gonna be like, okay, it was all right, and I'm gonna have to watch it 2 or 3 times to get the real effect of it. And then a year later, my wife and I be like, "Did you see this? Have we seen this? No, we haven't seen this yet." So we watched like 3 quarters of the movie. We like, we did see this a couple years ago because as you get over 40, you forget things. So
Yeah, I'm like you, where my attention span is gone. So I definitely have to watch something more than once. But that's only because I get distracted. All of a sudden, I'll like, oh, let's play this recording, and then something will happen in my phone, and then I'll start playing something, and I'll be like, oh wait, can you go back? I missed the part. Then we go back, and I still end up missing the same thing. So it's like a never-ending cycle where I have to just keep going back over the same
yeah,
doggone show because I can't stay focused. But one thing
I'm
that
with
I would not do, right, do over 40 is go to a club. Those days are done. No, I cannot go to no club with no loud music and I can't hear you. Them lights, the strobe lights just flashing. I'm like, no. People over 40 should not be up in here because this is just too much. I can't take it with the loud noise and the music. Like, yeah, nah, that's not happening at all. What
Well,
about
for
you? What
me,
else?
yeah, for me, over 40 is, I mean, I'm probably one of the few that do it, but after over 40, I drive the speed limit now. Where I drive I drive the speed limit as well as for 2 reasons. One, because I'm just chilling, whatever, but also I don't want to get pulled over. I don't want to get because there's like where I'm at. There's cops on motorcycle like chips. Back in the day, so
Oh, really?
they're everywhere, and they be like even today there was two of them. They're hiding. They're hiding in side streets,
Yeah.
and just spacing with the radar. I don't think they have the radar like this anymore, but they got the radar. But I'm driving speed
Mm-hmm.
limit and asking. And people behind me get like so close to me, and I'm just like, just I drive the speed limit, because I'm in no hurry anymore. If I'm late, I'm late. I do my best to leave early to not be late. But if I'm late, whatever, I'm not speeding at all, no matter what.
Yeah. Over 40 things that I'm not gonna do. And this is gonna sound kind of weird, but it's be on time. Because once I hit over 40, it's just like I'm taking my time. I'm in my own lane. Just like how you said you're not speeding. I'm not rushing. Like I'm gonna take my time getting ready. I get there when I get there, I will call you like I just left the house. I'm on my
I
way.
just got I
I'll
just
be
got
there.
two more. One is one thing that I did yesterday. is that hopefully I
Uh
won't have to do it again. Because I know it's people talk about helping people move and all that stuff, and
oh.
unfortunately, I got to help our son move in a couple of weeks, and that's
Right.
family, so I gotta help. But it's
Mm-hmm.
cleaning out the freaking garage. So I did that yesterday, clean out the garage. I was out there. I started about, I don't know, maybe 10 or 11, and then
Mm-hmm.
I ended up about like 6. So 7 hours with just drinking like 5 6 bottles of water, no food, and then what I did was I took everything pretty much out. I moved the cars back. I put everything out in our whatever area, and then start trash and stuff. We had like bulk pickup in our neighborhood
Yeah.
today,
Uh-huh.
so stuff that we didn't want, we just put on the curb and they'll come get it. So I took everything out. Our son was here for a minute to help out, but then little by little, I was bringing stuff either back in there and putting them where there would be room, or trashing it or whatever. But it took me like 8 hours to. I'm not even done yet, but 8 hours to take
I
everything
was just
out
gonna
and
ask.
then slowly pick stuff, put in bins, whatever, and bring it back in. Cause just letting you know, today we talk about bending over. I'm so lucky that I was able to put on shorts today, because my back, and I never thought that this would be hurting, but my neck, I don't know why, but the side of my neck is hurting. My back is hurting. I could tell that I haven't stretched in about 30 years because I'm all tight, and I don't think I'll ever do that again. Because I'm paying the price today, so that's
Yeah.
something that I won't do anymore. I'll hire somebody, but it's just my personal stuff. So that's why I don't like other people touching it. But that the only next time it's going to happen again is when we move. I'll probably even get movers, but no, never again, never again. That was the
I-
worst feeling this morning waking up.
I'm sure your body was aching. I'm absolutely positive. I guess another thing I wouldn't do is eat certain foods and then leave the house. Cause I need to look like when you hit over 40, like your digestion is like on another level. So I need to make sure that I'm at home safe and sound and got my ginger ale ready just in case. Cause you already know we all feel like ginger ale, helps everything. So
Hell yeah. All
definitely
right.
that for
But,
sure.
but while you tripping, so when you said you ready to do this call, I was ready. I was in my office ready to go, but then for whatever reason, nature was calling.
Uh-huh.
I was like, just give me a couple minutes, because I was ready. I was all set. I was all set. 6:30. I was ready to go, and then as soon as I got your text, I was like, just give me a couple minutes. So yeah, I feel you on that. You gotta,
Right. I just knew you
yeah.
was gonna be happy. I'm like, oh, it's 6:30 on the dot, and I'm like, I'm ready. So
I
yeah,
was
I
straight
was
up
kind
ready.
of
I was
shocked, and
like,
I was like,
oh,
oh, he need more
I, I know, right? I got the text. I was all set, and then I was like, her little gurgle. I'm like, just give me a couple minutes, So, so that was
I
the
guess
reason why I was a few minutes late.
right. I think probably the last thing I have that I wouldn't do after turning 40 is get on roller coaster rides.
Oh
Like
hell no,
that
that's
thrill and
done.
that excitement, like, yeah, that's just too much for me now. That's
No,
before you'd be like, oh, let me go like to Great America or something. And then you'll like be on the ride that like goes up and down and up, and then they hold you like upside down, and then you go like all the way around. Yeah, no. Uh, no. I'll be one of those
yeah.
people passed out, like on the ride. Yeah, I can't do all those thrill seeking things anymore.
I am so glad my kids are older and they have no interest to go. Cause like before, I would love to go. I mean, when we went to Six
Hmm.
Flags, I remember we used to go on we would go on like 3 or 4 times in a row when it wasn't busy. We just keep on going in
Hmm.
line, going in line, going in line, doing it. But yeah, now, nah. But my last one is something that I've been working on the past couple years, and
Okay.
I'm gonna continue to work on it to when it's like non-existent. Is night driving to where I, oh shoot, man, them glares and everything like that. But I'm always looking forward to daylight savings or whatever when it gets darker later, because I plan my day according to light, and so I'll stay up. If it's dark, I'm like, I ain't driving. I'm like, either you come scoop
Right.
me or, we ain't doing it tonight. So, or you drive because, if it's a necessity, then I have no
Mhm.
choice. But if it's a
Mhm.
choice, either we ain't doing it or you driving because the night driving for me, I'm done with.
Yeah, I have glasses that have like the anti-glare on them. So I make sure I just leave them in the car. So I know that if I'm out late, I can put those glasses on. Cause yeah, that glare is a mug. Like, come on now. Why you blinding me out here? Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And then then with my situation too, Um, nah, because you know how like in your side view mirror it says objects are closer than they appear. Yeah, my perception is not the greatest at night. Car be like 2 blocks ahead of me, and I'm braking. And shit. Like my wife's like, "Why are you braking?" I'm like, "Oh, don't worry about it," because I'm
That-
braking. The car's like a mile away. I'm slowing down and shit, because
That's funny that you say that because people like compare that to like one of these stores, like online stores. They like when you buy something from this specific store, they like how you said what objects appear. They like this what happens when you buy something from this store, and then they look in the mirror, and like you said, they think it's right behind them, and then they open the door, and it's all the way down the block, and it's all because they said you bought something from that particular place because it's like a cheap online store. It's hilarious.
you gotta show me that, yeah. But it's a real thing, y'all, and it's funny because when you and here's the thing: when you talk to people that are half your age, and you tell them your stories, they don't believe it, and they feel it will never happen to them. And like I'm a sports and basketball, football fanatic, and they always talk about
Mm-hmm.
father time has they talk about father time and how it's never father time's never lost or whatever because eventually sometimes it doesn't even creep up on you, it just happens, where all of a sudden you just wake up and
Mm-hmm.
it's like I can't do it anymore. Sometimes people think that it'll creep up on you, but many times it'll just all of a sudden one day you're like, nope, I can't do it anymore, and it never fails you. So for those of you that are in your 20s and even 30s, enjoy your life now, because when you start hitting those big 40s and even 45s and 50s, that's just stuff is real. Even if you take care of your body, there will be
It
some
is
things,
real.
that there will be some things that you can get away with. There'll be, if you're flexible, you're flexible, but those knees you gotta take care of, the back you gotta take care of. Oh, that's another thing. What I'm kind of on a ramp, but one thing I found out, like with my wife's incredible weight loss. You know how she had
Mm-hmm.
like back surgery about, I don't know, 10 years ago
Yeah.
maybe. Her back
Mm-hmm.
is tons better. That she lost that weight and everything. Not to say she was overweight by any means, but on her health kick, she says her back is so much better now. So that's
That's
just something else.
fantastic. 'Cause, yeah, I know I be getting some back pain every now and then. Yeah, it's like did nobody tell you, like you said, when you were younger, that your body was just gonna fall apart. Like, what the heck? My child always be talking about how I need a tune up. So I mean, it's wild. It's wild.
So you need to get some new spark plugs.
For sure,
Uh,
for sure.
yeah, I think pair on spark plugs. And can you install them for me? Because I can't replace them myself. You know? Or better
Oh
yet,
my
be like,
goodness.
we should do a remake of The Wiz, man. You know, like the Tin Man where he needed oil to move his body. We should do a black version. Well, a new age black version of The Wiz or Wizard of Oz, whatever. We should come up with something
Right.
because
It,
it's real stuff that's happening, man. But
it
dude,
is real stuff.
that color is popping, man. I'm tripping. That color looks really good on you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad the hat is covering up me getting ready to sweat because that's another thing that happened when you get over 40. Like, I'm hot. Like, I got the fan on, but it needs to be circulating a little faster because, shoot, like, I guess I got on too many clothes. Like, I don't know. But that happens to you too. So I would
Mm-hmm.
definitely never be in a place that don't have air conditioning because this is crazy.
Mm-mm.
Crazy.
Mm-mm.
But look, now that we wrapped up all these things that we would not do after hitting 40, let everybody know how they can reach you. Something that we can do.
I can be reached at Keon said 37.
Awesome. And I can be reached at Precious Said 888. And I finally got TikTok, y'all. I have not added any followers and I'm not following anybody as of yet. But your girl is on there. I'm there. And it's the same. Precious Said 888. I lucked up with that one.
There you go.
Right. So you guys make sure that you like, share, subscribe, ring that bell. And we will see you guys next week.